Hey everyone, wanted to do another video on propagating crepe myrtle. It's a tree it's all over the Houston area, and I did 3 of them yesterday just as a test, and they actually rooted. So there they are, finished in their pots, and they should start growing soon. So I have all this new growth from this year from the crepe myrtle. It's flexible, it's not as dark colored wood. As you can see, those still worked, but if it's fresher, then it should work better. So the other thing that I have in this system is a pond pot or pond plant pot or something like that. You can get these at Home Depot for $2, $3 maybe. They have all these holes on all the sides, and then you need some perlite. So I already have an existing thing right here that has rocks in there. The water level hits basically the bottom of that, and I'm going to cover the rest in perlite, or dump the rest of the perlite in there. And that's what I'm going to place these cuttings in. See if I can do that one-handed. Basically, the perlite will wick up all of the water and keep the cuttings moist, but not too moist. And it just seems, I've done this multiple places, that it just works. I don't know why. It's just the perfect combination if you just have the bottom of the water where the perlite is, so it can wick up the water. Okay. And for the trees themselves, or the cuttings that you're gonna do, basically, like this one's perfect. It's 6 to 9 inches in length, and you're just gonna strip off the leaves, except for like the top couple. So you can leave 3, 4, doesn't matter. And you wanna do this as quick as possible to get them in the moisture. And the only other thing I'm gonna do, see if I can get this last one off. So I'm gonna place it in there, and then I'm gonna water all of this perlite so that it kind of compacts a little bit and starts the wicking process. So let me go ahead and show one that's bigger. And you can kind of do this in batches. Of course, it doesn't cut very well. So this is a great way to get new plants. Probably just from one tree, I have maybe 30, 40 cuttings that I could place in this one pot. I'll probably get more of these and just load them up. Right now I have cucumber growing over the top, so these are shaded. Still has a lot of airflow, as you can see. So I'll do all the rest of the cuttings and show an update when they're all in there. All right, so I have all the cuttings in there. Probably see, I want to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably about 20 cuttings or so. So I'm just gonna go ahead and water these, get the perlite damp. That'll kind of seal in the sticks down there. Just make sure that they're wicking like they should. So with that, so overall this system, you're probably spending, you could do a 100-gallon stock tank, a 50-gallon stock tank, a pond pump, you need some lava rock, some perlite, some pond liner plant pots or whatever they're called. And feasibly you could do hundreds of cuttings in a couple weeks. And total invest is maybe $200-300. We do have some fish down in the bottom, just caught from a local pond. You could use feeder goldfish for, I think they're like 10 cents or something like that. Just keeps the mosquitoes, they'll eat the mosquitoes if they land in there. a mechanical timer. So this whole system, you know, you could start $300. Realistically, you could, just for this one tree, you can do other types of plants as well. You can do, so crepe myrtle's working well, thornless blackberry, hydrangeas work really well, elderberries, and there's a huge shortage in plants. Just look at a local nursery or something. I don't see any fruiting plants generally. They're just in high demand since the pandemic, and so there's probably a big need for these. So basically, I wouldn't have any issues probably selling these things, the crepe myrtles, potting them up, planting them, or whatnot. If I wanted to do a whole hedgerow of these plants, a tree would probably cost me $20 to buy at a nursery, a small one. But if I do it myself, I could do all I want, just based off of one tree, and I could go around the landscaping neighborhood and cut all of these. I mean, I could probably get thousands of these just in my local neighborhood because they're everywhere. If you see them on the medians in Houston and Katy, they're usually those trees that are pruned up and they have kind of a peeling bark almost, and flowers and whatnot. So you could easily pay for this system with a couple weeks. And you can repot these plants, sell them for probably $5 to $10 right now. Let them grow out a little bit, just keep them watered, and you know, if you had 1,000 plants at $10, there you go. So with that, I'm going to stop here. Just an easy way to propagate new plants. I don't have to worry about the system. It's just there. I check on it in a couple weeks. I feed the fish every once in a while. I'll put some fertilizer in the middle one. You can hear that the pond pump just turned on. So it'll flood this to the water level. There's a pipe in the middle. You can see my other videos on how to make an aquaponics system, but it's just super simple, super easy, it's foolproof, and a great way to make yourself new plants over and over and over. So thanks for watching.